Welcome! I'm Alex, and I am so excited to have you here with me for this mini training Breaking the Hustle Loop, how to work less and earn more. So I'm gonna jump right in. I don't want to waste any time, it's value packed. So I hope you have pen and paper to make notes. If you're here with me, that means you desire to work less, creating more time for the people you love most, while feeling certain about manifesting your big vision into reality. Like freedom is your ultimate goal. This training is for you when every day feels like there is never enough time in a day and you never get enough done. It's exhausting. It's hard for you to take time out of your business. It's hard to relax at all. You're always busy, working 10 to 14 hours a day. Your mind feels all over the place. There's little to no plan in place, and every action taken is reactive, not calculated or intentional. You're making in the moment decisions. It's a classic throw spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks strategy, and it's not working. The worst part is that if you look at the amount of effort, time, and energy, and perhaps money you put in, you feel your business should have been way further ahead by now. This makes you question yourself, do I even have it in me? You fear failure. Well, if this is you, you came to the right place, because if you keep doing what you did, you keep getting what you got. So something needs to change. So the topics that I'll cover in this mini training is how to break the hustle loop, how to create a balanced business and life, how to heal the shadows of the wounded feminine, and how to effectively manifest what you desire. So let me start, or at least let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Alex, and I am a trained coach and skilled with 5 years experience of running a seven-figure business. The skills I learned are invaluable, but turned out not enough to grow a successful business of my own. I ran myself and my first online business to the ground. I studied the law of attraction and manifestation techniques for over 6 years, which led to my own personal transformation of healing the hustle. And I was shocked to realize that all this time it were my shadows that were running the show and led to failing my business. It was imposter syndrome, fear of failure, fear of being seen. Like I was a perfectionist, overthinker. The list is long. And I went from someone who constantly doubted to cultivate this deep inner trust and peace, feeling that my success always is inevitable. And now I am guiding online female entrepreneurs on a similar journey towards rapid business growth. Like everything is energy. And let me start with saying that working hard is not the problem. People can work 14 hours a day, no problem, when they feel motivated, inspired, driven, and are seeing results. And that's the key. The problem is the underlying energy. If you rush, you're just going to get something that matches your rush. That's law of attraction 101. Like attracts like energy. When you are running your business from an energy of stress, feeling under constant pressure, you look at your never-ending to-do list and it just feels overwhelming. The energy in your business is low. And if you desire to grow your business with ease, grace, and flow, you have to be ease, grace, and flow. Like so within, so without. So if you desire more balance in your life, you have to feel balanced first. And if your head is all over the shop and you're feeling chaotic and you're overthinking and you're worrying, guess what? Your outside will mirror your inside. And this brings me to yin and yang. And you maybe potentially you know what it means, but definitely you've seen the visual. And I want to take you through what it actually stands for, because it's the divine dance between the masculine and feminine energy. Yin and yang is a Chinese philosophical concept that's all about finding harmony in what appears two opposites. One cannot exist without the other. It represents light and dark, the good and the bad in the good. You need both energies in harmony to live a fulfilled life and a prosperous life. However, Western culture often rewards the yang energy. Yang can also be seen as left brain. We glorify being busy. We are taught how to feel, we're not taught how to feel, how to trust our intuition, or use our magnetic power of attraction. We are taught from a young age that our shadows are bad. We hide away from them, while in fact, what if they are our portal for growth? Because the only way out is true. So let me take you through like what is the feminine and what is the masculine qualities, not to be confused with gender. And you probably heard people say like I'm very much a left brainer or a right brainer, and that means that that part of their brain is more developed than the other. So masculine qualities are doing, very much doing, go, 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 discipline, structure, control, very verbal, logical, rational thinking, focusing on the details, being very objective, factual, cautious, but also an analytical thinker, works with numbers, metrics, hard, fast, linear, and the ability to follow through. Then feminine qualities are being, flow, imagination, intuition, very creative, emotional, bigger picture. So zooming out, the ability to see things, from a bigger scale. Then being subjective, very visual when it comes to colors, adventurous, subtle, soft, circular, and random or chaotic. And if you look at this, they are both opposites. So we need the union, the balance. And I always laugh when I explain this, but visualize as well like how a man and woman are intimate. It's giving and receiving. It is a linear and a circular. But again, it's that balance within, because if someone leans all the way, the other side of the spectrum, leaning into the feminine, you're getting a lot of divine downloads, a lot of inspiration, but missing the action, the structure, the discipline to follow through. And the other side of the spectrum is constantly go, 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 all from the mind, all logical, rational, analytical, rushing, focusing on the result, and not feeling fulfilled. So it's the balance between the both. Part of them is recognizing the shadows. So, how to recognize when you operate from the wounded masculine, you are over controlling. So, tick which one you recognize and resonate with, because it doesn't mean that you have to be all, but just see what's being mirrored back on you. Like, fuck, I am operating my business from this energy. So, wounded masculine is over controlling, my way or the highway, hustle and grind mentality, so much that you get overworked and burned out, only focusing on achievement and performance over the journey, like not being able to enjoy the journey, not putting your fulfillment and passion first, very much attached to the outcome, attachment to the result, to success, you fear failure. Stuck in an overactive mind, not in touch with emotions. Like emotions are weak. That's always what I believed. Disconnected from body, pleasure, and spiritual self. Like you find it hard to relax or enjoy the moment, like because your thoughts are constantly two steps ahead. You're always in a hurry, impatient, overly independent. Like I don't need anyone. You're overly hard, critical, or judgmental towards yourself and others. Like it's never enough. You are dominant, could be dominant, strong sense of ego. You could be very much competitive, like always need to win or be the best. And hashtag me too, when someone operates from their wounded masculine, could be aggressive, abusive, like abuse power, and is the perpetrator. Then, how to recognize when you operate from the wounded feminine? Well, if you operate from the wounded feminine, you struggle to use systems, not a lot of action, feels all over the place and chaotic. Someone who operates from the wounded feminine is inauthentic because there's this need to be liked, afraid to upset anyone by speaking their truth. You feel insecure, lots of doubt and worry, could be afraid to be seen. You are afraid to charge your worth in case you get rejected. So, and you also feel unworthy. So you keep your prices low. You're looking for external validation, like, am I doing it right? Comparing your journey to others. There's this perfectionism. You may keep relationships or clients for far too long because you struggle to have hard conversations. You sacrifice yourself, have poor boundaries in place, struggle to say no, and it almost is like you become a martyr to your business because you sacrifice your health, your social life. You're not able to ask for what you want. No clear goals, no direction, no focus. And you could feel like a victim, like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I make it work? Or blame others, like coaches, mentors, the algorithm, like whatever it is. And the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. And it's time to step into a new business paradigm because the wounded masculine that I've gone through, and look at yourself and have a little moment to, like, what is resonating? Like, am I operating from the shadows of the wounded feminine or wounded masculine, or maybe both? But our society, we are taught, is very much driven on the wounded masculine. It's a power dynamic, always focusing on achievement, results. It needs to go fast, being busy, like believing that it really takes hard work in order to be successful. And maybe this is you too, where you feel like, I have to prove that I'm worthy of success. So I better, like, have that knuckle grind mentality of going all in. And in that, you also willing to sacrifice yourself because you're so committed. So where attention goes, energy flows. And this is what I came to realize. Like, in my journey, I wasn't in alignment with my goals. Like, I wasn't even clear about my goals. The majority of my thinking was geared towards the very things I did not want. Like, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if I don't have what it takes? What if no one signs me up? What if this investment won't pay itself back? I was full of doubt, doubting myself. I was constantly operating my business from my wounded masculine and feminine energy. So no shit Sherlocked that my first business failed. And maybe this is something you recognize. What I needed to do was to heal the shadows of the wounded feminine so that I could show up as the woman I desire to be, strong, confident, in control. To set aside fear and uncertainty and open myself up to possibilities, to lean into faith and trust. And that's a muscle that you get to practice. Taking action from this space allowed me to accomplish more than ever before. Manifesting my first six-figure year, meeting my fiance after being single for 12 years, allowing myself for it all to be easy, fun. I no longer feel like a victim to my circumstances, but more like a leader who is in control over her own destiny, being the creator of my own life. And it all starts with your self worth. The pressure, ending every day like you didn't do enough, is uncovering a deep underlying wound. I am not enough. That's actually what you believe. I am not enough. It's like SM, constantly reaffirming that you don't have what it takes. Beating yourself up is a sure way to tear yourself down. And then you wonder why you struggle with feeling worthy. Because let's be honest, I know you believe putting in 12 to 14 hours workdays is a sign of commitment, but sacrificing your health, not having time for the people you love most, is this all you are worth? Or are you worth of having it all? A great life and a thriving business. Imagine how your reality will shift when you heal your shadows and operate your business from an empowered state. Like from the empowered masculine, where you are present, not distracted, committed to your goals, powerful, operating from deep integrity with your values. You're humble, focused, disciplined, being able to follow through on what you have set out to do. Always solution minded, no longer thinking what is wrong with me, but you persevere, being the leader you are. And the empowered feminine, like having strong boundaries in place, realizing vulnerability is strength. Like you are compassionate, authentic, receptive, and confident, intuitive, and creative. You're able to receive. You're able to ask for what you need, allowing yourself to enjoy and trust the process. Like, how do you ever expect to grow your business and have a great life without feeling in harmony and in control? Like, is that possible? Like every entrepreneur wants to be successful. 60% of all entrepreneurs started their businesses with the desire to be their own boss, to experience freedom. And maybe this is you too. Freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom to operate the business on their own terms, spending their time in a way that feels most fulfilling. Freedom is the highest form of power. It's the ultimate form of balance. It's the absence of struggle, pressure, or force. But in all honesty, freedom is a state of mind. There's no freedom when you feel stuck in an ongoing cycle of feeling guilty for stepping away from the business because somehow it makes you feel you are less committed, like you are not going all in, sacrificing your health and time with the people you love most. You can never have a great life if you're not feeling great. And what makes a great life? It's a lot of great days, which lead to great weeks, which leads to great months, and that equals a great year. And sadly, a lot of female entrepreneurs believe once I have more money, I will create more time. But I hate to bring it to you. That's completely backwards because you are your most valuable asset. The actions you take today determine the reality you are manifesting in a month, a year, 10 years. How do you expect to grow your business and be successful when you are operating your business from a place of stress, overwhelm, or anxiety, and letting your to do list determine where you are putting your focus to drive your business? How do you expect to manifest greatness as long as your shadows are running the show? In fact, implementing more structure in your business is the fastest way for you to experience more freedom in your life. Let me explain. Many people think that success leads to happiness, but actually, it's the other way around. A decade of research in positive psychology and neuroscience has found that happiness is the precursor to success, not the result. Research has also proven that happiness and optimism actual fuel performance and achievement. Like joy, bliss, excitement, passion, motivation. It's all high energy. And let me take you through the data. High energy leads to 31% increased productivity, 23% less fatigue symptoms, 37% greater sales, 10 times increased engagement, and 3 times more creativity. Now tell me if you don't desire to tap into this source. And it helps explain why companies like Google, Yahoo, and Virgin cultivate work environments that help their employees experience positive emotions on a regular basis. As Richard Branson said, many or more than any other element, fun is the secret of Virgin's success. This isn't because fun is, well, fun. It's because fun also leads to bottom line results. This is why your level of energy matters so much. So, how do you raise your energy? How do you feel empowered? How do you create more balance in your life so you can experience more joy? Well, your business needs structure. You can't build an empire without having a solid foundation. You need clear, exciting goals that will give you direction and will help you with setting clear boundaries. A plan in place that will lead you to you smashing your goals, which will give you motivation, focus, and enhance your productivity, leading you to feel happy, calm, and in control. Structure is business strategy, systems, planning, tracking your key metrics and goals. It's the masculine and feminine energy in business. Like you need to see your business as a separate entity. It needs its own kind of balance. Like you are not your business, but you are its leader. It all starts with you. Harmony in business takes a masculine container for the feminine energy to flow. Without structure, there is chaos. Intuition needs direction. A desire needs a strategy. Like a river needs a river bank, like a drink needs a cup, and like money needs a wallet. If you like to take this one step further and start creating the structure your business needs to experience more freedom in your life, I am hosting a live masterclass, Smash Your Goals. It's a 3 hour experience, value packed, where I'm going to teach you how to run your business like a powerhouse CEO, the first practical step to operate your business from an empowered state. The value delivered within this masterclass is worth more than €222, but as you don't quite know me yet, I've created a no-brainer offer, and you can you can reserve your seat below this training. If you have any questions, drop me a DM in at alexandra.philippe through Instagram. But for now, thank you so much for being with me until the end, and I hope to see you inside my live masterclass.